A man forgets the loss of his father more easily than the loss of his money.
You operate under a delusion, the delusion of equality in relationships. You believe in partnership, in open dialogue, in the mutual solving of problems. Yet, within the architecture of your own life, you are rendered invisible. Your words carry no weight. Your presence is an accepted fact, not a valued addition. You are not a partner. You are infrastructure. So you attempt to rectify this. You amplify your communication. You increase your efforts. You offer more of yourself, convinced that your investment will eventually be recognized, that your value will be acknowledged. And with every push, with every plea, your powerlessness becomes more absolute. You are met not with engagement, but with indifference, with sighs, with the slow, crushing certainty that your voice is broadcasting into a vacuum. Let us be clear. In any human dynamic, power is never perfectly balanced, and control is never granted to the one who requests it. It is taken silently. This is not a lesson in sentiment. It is a lesson in mechanics, the cold, unvarnished mechanics of power. We will now dissect 3 tactics derived from a philosophy so formidable it has shaped the corridors of power for 5 centuries. We are going to speak of Machiavelli. A warning is required. This is not a guide to building a partnership on mutual respect. Psychological research is unequivocal. Machiavellianism is a dark triad trait, defined by manipulation, exploitation, and a cynical detachment. Those who employ these tactics are not cultivating love. They are engineering control. They consistently generate lower relationship satisfaction, breed profound distrust, and engage in what is recognized as emotional abuse. So why dissect it? Because to defend against a weapon, you must first understand its design. Or, if you find yourself at the absolute precipice of powerlessness, you may decide the price of control is one you are willing to pay. That choice, and its consequences, is yours alone. If you are ready to understand how the invisible architecture of power is constructed, comment, "My silence commands respect," below. Let us begin. Part 1. The diagnosis, the agony of the good partner. Consider a subject. We will call this subject Alex. Alex is, by every conventional definition, a good partner. Supportive, communicative, patient. When a problem arises, Alex seeks dialogue. When their partner, Jamie, is under stress, Alex becomes a buffer, absorbing pressure, offering solutions. In the beginning, this dynamic appears functional, resembles a partnership, but slowly, almost imperceptibly, the foundation shifts. The fulcrum of power on which every relationship rests begins to tilt. Jamie's moods become protracted. The thoughtful gestures from Alex go unacknowledged. Conversations devolve into monologues, with Alex speaking into an indifferent void. Alex will construct a plan, and Jamie will passively assent, only to later display a disinterest that frames the entire endeavor as a burden. A quiet desperation takes root in Alex, a sense of being erased. And so, Alex does what the powerless are conditioned to do. Alex tries harder. "Is everything okay?" Alex asks. This question is met with a sigh and the strategic dismissal, "I'm just tired." This is not an invitation. It is a blockade, framing the concerned partner as yet another source of exhaustion. Alex orchestrates a special dinner to reconnect. Jamie sits at the table, gaze fixed on a phone, offering monosyllabic responses. The effort is not merely unappreciated, it is a non-event. It registers with the impact of a single raindrop on the ocean. Alex has become a utility, like running water, consumed without thought, and only noticed in its absence. Then, the pleas. I feel disconnected. You don't see me anymore. What can I do? Herein lies the fatal error. The honest, heartfelt plea is interpreted by the dominant party's subconscious, not as a call for connection, but as an admission of weakness. It is a request for validation from a position of subordination. It is an act of handing your adversary the throne and asking for a cushion at their feet. When you ask for power, you cement the fact that you possess none. Alex's attempts to communicate are perceived as neediness. The efforts to please are perceived as desperation. Alex is no longer a partner to be respected, but a resource to be managed. The relationship has become an engine, fueled by Alex's emotional output, with Jamie at the controls, steering toward their own convenience, oblivious that the engine is beginning to fracture. This is the end stage of powerlessness. You internalize the indifference of your partner as a verdict on your own worth. Conventional wisdom fails here. In a dynamic where one party has grown comfortable in their unspoken dominance, vulnerability is not a bridge. It is leverage to be used against you. Your communication is not a solution. It is noise to be tolerated. Alex is trapped. To leave feels like failure. To stay feels like a slow dissolution of the self. The power imbalance is so absolute that Alex becomes a ghost, haunting the rooms of a life they helped build. This is the silent crisis that leaves no visible wounds, but hollows you out from within. It is at this break-in point that one must make a choice, continue to fade, or learn a new language, a language of power, a language Jamie is already speaking fluently, perhaps without even conscious knowledge. Part 2. The uncomfortable truth of power. Why did Alex's strategy fail so completely? Why did increased effort yield diminished results? The answer resides in a fundamental truth of human dynamics, a truth Niccolò Machiavelli understood with chilling clarity. Power is not a negotiation. It is a current. You are either leveraging its flow or you are drowning in it. Alex was drowning. Every attempt Alex made was an appeal to logic, fairness, or emotion. Alex operated under the delusion that Jamie was a rational actor who would respond to a well-articulated argument. That if the pain could just be described with sufficient clarity, Jamie would understand and recalibrate. This is the central fallacy of the powerless. The person in the dominant position is not there by logic. They are there by comfort and inertia. The existing dynamic serves them. They receive the benefits of the relationship without the need for reciprocal investment. Why would they logically agree to dismantle a system that is perfectly optimized for their own ease? To them, your unhappiness is not a bug. It is the quiet hum of the machine working as intended. This is where the Machiavellian framework becomes a brutally effective diagnostic tool. Machiavellianism, as a component of the dark triad, is defined by its manipulative nature, emotional coldness, and its singular focus on self-interest. One who operates with this mindset, consciously or not, sees a relationship not as a union, but as a system of leverage and resources. This does not require Jamie to be a villain. The Machiavel mind can operate subconsciously. Jamie has learned through reinforcement that withdrawal is met with Alex's pursuit. Indifference is rewarded with increased attention. The system works, and so it is perpetuated. This is the agitation, the maddening realization that you are not in a partnership, but a zero-sum game of power you did not know you were playing. Your pain is not a signal for them to change. It is confirmation that their strategy is effective. The more you chase, the more they retreat. The more you ask for value, the more they demonstrate your lack of it. You are conditioning them to devalue you. Value is communicated through scarcity and the demonstrated willingness to walk away. By showing you will tolerate any level of indifference, you broadcast that your own value is zero. You become a commodity, abundant, and therefore cheap. Machiavelli's insight was that humans are governed by their own self-interest and by fear. His writings concerned states, but the principle is fractal. It applies with equal precision to the small kingdom of a two-person relationship. The solution, therefore, cannot come from the same playbook of submission. You must alter the foundational physics of the dynamic. You must stop playing their game and compel them to play yours. This requires a difficult and fundamental shift in your own psychology. You must be willing to lose the relationship. This is the non-negotiable price of entry into the game of power. Until you are genuinely willing to let the entire structure burn to the ground, you possess no leverage. Your threats are hollow. Your boundaries are suggestions. The tactics we will now explore are not about communication. They are about demonstration. They are not about asking for your value to be seen. They are about creating the conditions where your value is experienced through its absence. This is a dangerous path. These tactics are forms of manipulation. They are the weapons of a power struggle. But for one trapped in a state of utter powerlessness, the alternative, slow emotional disintegration, can appear more dangerous still. The objective is not to become a monster, but to understand how monsters operate, so you can defend yourself, or, if necessary, demonstrate you have teeth of your own. Part 3. The solution. 3 Machiavellian tactics. We now arrive at the mechanics of reclaiming power. These are not grand theatrical displays. They are silent, calculated maneuvers that operate beneath the surface, designed to reverse the current and make the one who took you for granted suddenly comprehend your absence. Remember the foundational principle. You must be willing to lose everything. Without this internal resolve, these tactics will expose you it's a fraud. But if you have reached that cold, quiet acceptance of the end, then you are ready. Let us arm Alex. Tactic 1. The strategic introduction of a vacuum. The first and most fundamental tactic is the strategic withdrawal of your presence. Not merely your physical body, but your emotional and mental investment. You must create a void where you once existed. The principle. Value is understood not through presence, but through contrast. For too long, Alex has been a constant source of energy for Jamie. The first step is to introduce the contrast, to introduce the cold. The dark psychology. This tactic leverages a powerful cognitive bias, loss aversion. Humans are more motivated to avoid a loss than to acquire an equivalent gain. Jamie has been enjoying the gain of Alex's attention as a baseline. By withdrawing it, Alex inflicts a loss, which triggers a primal alarm. It also weaponizes the human need for predictability. When you are always available, you are predictable, and therefore uninteresting. When your availability becomes intermittent, you become a problem to be solved. You re-engage their mind, not through love, but through a need to resolve the uncertainty you have created. Application. Alex stops. The good morning texts cease. without announcement or conflict. They are simply gone. When Jamie arrives home, instead of being met with questions, Jamie finds Alex absorbed in an activity, offering a brief, pleasant "hey" before returning to their own world. The emotional energy is redirected inward, to the gym, to neglected hobbies, to friends. Alex begins to construct a life where Jamie is no longer the center of the solar system. The initial reaction from Jamie is confusion, perhaps relief. But then, a quiet unease sets in. The silence is different. It is no longer the comfortable silence of dominance. It is an empty silence. The validation machine has been switched off. One evening, Jamie remarks, "You're quiet." The old Alex would have used this as an opening to pour out their grievances. The new Alex looks up, offers a small, unreadable smile, and says, "Just busy. A lot on my mind with my own projects." The response is polite, but it is a wall. It communicates that Alex's inner world is now a private domain. Jamie is left with a void. No drama, no neediness. For the first time in a long time, Alex has become unpredictable. Alex has manufactured a mystery, and in doing so, has seized Jamie's most valuable resource: attention. This is not the silent treatment. Research shows that it is a childish punishment. This is a calculated strategy to demonstrate that your attention is a privilege, not a right. Tactic 2. The velvet glove, orchestrated dependency. The second tactic is more advanced. It is the art of amplifying or creating a small problem, only to then become the sole solution. It is the strategy of appearing as the savior from a crisis you quietly allowed to occur. The principle. As Machiavelli noted, it is better to be feared than loved, but a ruler who is only feared will be overthrown. You must blend fear with utility. You must make yourself indispensable. This tactic creates a small moment of chaos and positions you as the singular source of order. The dark psychology. This is a direct application of dependency creation. You subtly demonstrate that without you, the system fails. This plays on the deep-seated human desire for stability. When you are the one who restores order from chaos, you become a figure of necessity. This is a dangerous ethical line. In its extreme form, it is the behavior of abusers who isolate their targets. Here, we apply it not to destroy, but to deliver a message that words cannot. You need me. Application. Alex knows Jamie has a critical work presentation and is stressed. The old Alex would have gone into overdrive, erasing their own needs to become a support system, an act that would have been consumed without gratitude. The new Alex does something different. The night before the presentation, Alex is aware that Jamie needs to print documents. Earlier in the day, Alex notices the printer is out of ink. Alex says nothing. That evening, as predicted, Jamie enters a state of panic. "The printer is out of ink. I have to have these for the morning." The manufactured crisis is live. The old Alex would have absorbed the blame and frantically searched for a solution. The new Alex remains calm, allowing Jamie to experience the full emotional impact of the chaos for a crucial few moments. Then, after the panic has peaked, Alex walks to a drawer and produces a new ink cartridge. "I saw it was low earlier, so I picked one up," Alex says evenly. "Here, let me put it in for you." In this moment, the dynamic shifts seismically. Alex is not the needy partner. Alex is the prescient, prepared savior. Alex has allowed a fire to start and has calmly extinguished it. Jamie's reaction is not just relief. It is gratitude mixed with a new, unsettling respect. "You're a lifesaver. I would have been completely lost without you. That sentence is the entire objective of the maneuver. You have forced the verbalization of your indispensability. You have moved from being background utility to the hero. The touch of the velvet glove is soft, but the hand within is iron. Tactic 3. The guillotine of silence. The third tactic is the most potent and the most severe. It is the absolute withdrawal of emotional engagement in the face of provocation. It is a complete severance of the connection to demonstrate that their drama no longer holds power over you. The principle. In any conflict, the person more willing to endure silence wins. Emotional outbursts are a form of engagement. They signal investment. True power lies in the ability to completely disengage, to treat their emotional state with surgical indifference. Silence is not an absence of response, it is a statement. Your actions are beneath my reaction. The dark psychology. This is the ultimate form of punishment through emotional withdrawal, preying on the deep fear of social and emotional exile. When you refuse to participate in an argument, you leave them alone with the ugliness of their own behavior. Their anger, a tool to control you, becomes a poison they must swallow themselves. You are no longer a participant in their drama. You are an unimpressed member of the audience. Application. Feeling the shift in control, Jamie attempts to re-establish dominance by initiating a fight over something trivial. The old Alex would have engaged, defended, apologized, counterattacked, leading to hours of emotional exhaustion. This time, when Jamie raises their voice, Alex looks at them with calm, clinical observation. Alex holds the gaze, then says in a low, even tone, "I am not having this conversation while you are in this state." Then Alex turns and walks away. Not storming off, a calm, deliberate exit. Alex closes a door softly and picks up a book. Jamie is left alone, mid-rant. The adrenaline of the fight has no target. Jamie may follow, yell, or pound on the door. But the guillotine has fallen. The connection is severed. Inside the room, Alex's heart may race. This requires supreme discipline. But the external message is one of unshakable control. Eventually, Jamie's anger burns out, lacking fuel. It is replaced by a profound sense of impotence. Their ultimate weapon has failed. Later, when Alex emerges, if Jamie tries to restart, Alex repeats the mantra. "I am willing to discuss this when you are calm. I will not participate in a fight." You have not won the argument. You have made the argument irrelevant. You have demonstrated that their anger no longer works on you. You have unilaterally disarmed their primary weapon, forcing them to engage on your terms, calmly, rationally. You have used the guillotine of silence to sever the head of their emotional tyranny. These tactics are a glimpse into the mechanics of power. They are potent, effective, and dangerous. If this dissection of the hidden dynamics of control has been of value, signal that this level of unflinching analysis is what you wish to see more of by liking this transmission. And if you are ready to move beyond tactics and rebuild your own internal architecture of power, I have developed resources for those who are serious about transformation. This is for those who wish to embody power so naturally that these maneuvers become instinct, not strategy. You will find more information in the description below. Conclusion: the price of the throne. Let us return to Alex and Jamie. After weeks of applying these tactics with cold consistency, the relationship is unrecognizable. The power dynamic has inverted. Jamie is now the one who is anxious, who initiates conversations with care, who searches Alex's face for a sign of warmth. Jamie is the one trying to solve the mystery of Alex. Alex is no longer invisible. Alex is hypervisible. Control has been achieved. The throne has been taken. But we must end where we began, with a warning. What precisely has been won? Alex has control, but at what cost? The respect now commanded is not born of admiration, but of uncertainty and the fear of loss. It is the respect a courtier pays a monarch, careful, calculated, and self-serving. Psychological studies consistently affirm that relationships high in Machiavellian traits are not foundations of trust or intimacy, but arenas of control and low satisfaction for both parties. In building a fortress, you have also built your own prison. By viewing your partner as an object to manipulate, you forfeit the ability to connect with them as a person. The path of Machiavelli is a lonely one. It provides a solution to the agony of powerlessness, but the price is the sacrifice of authentic connection for the certainty of control. The ultimate question is not whether these tactics work. They do. The question is what you are willing to become to use them. Perhaps the highest application of this knowledge is not as a weapon, but as a shield, to recognize these patterns in others, and, in seeing them, make a clear choice. Not to play their game, but to refuse to play at all. To walk away not as a tactic, but as a final act of self-sovereignty. The dark psychological truth is that sometimes the only way to win the game is to refuse to be a player.